All right, welcome back to Arizona Daily Mix. We've been having the amazing, wonderful Dr. Ian Smith with us here and his new book, Plant Power. And so I said, I'm going to flip the plate on him because he's been showing me how to eat healthy and make some right choices. So I love pasta.
So do I. And it's in the book.
It is in the book. You can have it. But then I found this Tasty Republic pasta, and it's cauliflower pasta.
Okay. Very good.
So is that smart? Is that pretty good to have?
That's great plant-based. By the way, chickpea pasta is also great.
Okay.
Chickpeas are high in protein. You talk about non-animal protein. Chickpeas and lentils are phenomenal. So chickpea pasta would work also.
What about brown pasta? Brown.
Well, whole wheat or whole grain pasta.
Okay, whole grain.
Yeah, that works also.
Perfect. Now the mushrooms. This is one thing that I have started to really love because of you. I didn't like mushrooms until I started picking up the book and started making stuff with them. So let me ask you, what's the difference between the white mushrooms and the portobello mushrooms?
Not much.
Nothing? No. Just price?
Yeah, it really is. From a nutrient, I care about the nutrients and the flavor profile, and there's not much. I mean, there's some technical, botanical issues, which doesn't matter to regular consumers.
And so what I've done, I know we don't want to catch you on fire. So what I have started to do is let's saute these up.
Yeah.
So I use olive oil.
Yeah.
Is that enough in there?
That's good.
That's good. So in sauteing these up, this is really important here in the way you do it. Now, also, a big part is we got to watch about our seasonings too. Am I right?
Well, seasoning is important, and one of the problems people hear the word about eating more plant-based, and they're not happy about it. You know why? Because plants and vegetables don't taste great unless you cook them well. So sautéing them, roasting them, putting spices. What'd you put on there?
I put a little bit of seasoning salt.
Okay.
So that's just we'll put a little more in there.
A little more, yeah, because we got a lot of mushrooms in here.
Yeah, a little more seasoning salt goes in there. And then I did this one right here. This is a bourbon barrel smoked black pepper.
Nice.
Right? So you still get that. Let's talk about alcohol. Can we talk about alcohol?
Yeah. So on this particular program, alcohol is allowed. On my other programs, it's a little more restricted. But on Plant Power, it's allowed. I mean, alcohol is not an animal-based product.
Right.
But obviously, you want to drink in moderation because if you're trying to still lose weight, remember, alcohol has calories. And so you want to make sure that you are drinking in moderation. What does moderation mean? Men can typically drink more than women for body mass size. Men have larger bodies and they're heavier weight, so they can take more. But usually, probably like a drink and a half a day is fine on average.
Okay.
But what you don't want to do is wait till Saturday or Sunday or Friday
and fill up.
That's just not.
So
you can't.
Saying a bottle of nice scotch, I shouldn't.
Yeah, no.
Saturday.
No, you can't do that. So you got to be able to do it in moderation, and that works.
And you talk about the red meat, and this is what I'm starting to learn from you as I'm reading. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. Again, he's the doctor. I pretty much just play one on TV at times. But I understand like our bodies are kind of like when we're young, we have to eat certain food that's not solid, certain food that works with us. Then as we get older, we go into more solid foods. That's where we start eating burgers and stuff like that. And that's where we really need to take care of ourselves. Then as we get over this hump, I'm saying almost like 45, 50, we go back to needing to have like almost a plant base, so like smaller kind of foods and stuff than the heavier things like steak and all that.
Our gastrointestinal system, our GI system, of course, is what processes all these red meats. And meat is tough to process, by the way. Think about it. It's muscle fibers from animals, right? And so it's harder to process it. And so as we get older, our digestive system is not as good.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you're loading it up with steak and all these kinds of things, it can become more difficult. And so reducing red meat, your body says thank you, right? But increasing more lean meat, things like chicken is great, turkey is great, even seafood. I love salmon, for example. But all that makes a big difference. And I want to recommend to people that you got to try new recipes, so that's the key. You know, when you try new recipes that don't have meat in them, you will be surprised that you aren't missing the meat, which is why I keep saying join our Facebook group Plant Power, because you get all these great recipes for people and you're like, wow, I can cook these recipes. They're easy, they're filling, and the whole family loves them.
There you go. Okay, those are sauteed up, what we've been doing. And this is the pasta. I cooked this last night. It took 3 minutes. That was it.
Right.
All ready to go. And so now we're going to put it in there because this is what I like. So I take the cold pasta, even though it's hot, and then that's it right there. You put it in. Look at that. See, I should be on Rachel Ray, but I'm gonna bring that up like you did.
I'll tell Rachel you said that.
Yeah. and that's this easy little dish right there, and that's pretty healthy, having the mushrooms in there that give it and the seasoning and everything.
Yes, and sometimes, you know, I'm a big sun-dried tomato guy.
Yeah.
So I would add some sun-dried tomatoes, maybe some broccoli in there, and you're good to go.
There you go. And then you just pretty much get it all heated up there a little bit, plate it. So and that's important too, plating it.
Yes.
Getting the mushrooms in there.
There you go.
So, and there, here, put a mushroom on top because I like this, so we can show it like there's mushroom in there. There it is. There it is. That's it right there. So,
Simple.
Simple dip. And that's what's about in this thing, right?
And you know, I love stir fries, for example, because you just take a wok, you chop things up, put some olive oil in, put some seasoning in, let it cook, turn it every once in a while, and voila, you got it. And so I think people need to understand, don't be intimidated by recipes. I make sure the recipes are easy. Don't be intimidated by ingredients. You want to find affordable ingredients. Sometimes you get frozen. Frozen's okay, by the way, because now manufacturers are now freezing foods better, so they're healthier the way they freeze them compared to the way they used to.
I'm so glad you came in to see us. I'm so glad.
Glad to be here,
I'm so
man.
excited. All right, tell people about Plant Power, where they can find it.
Yeah, the book's available everywhere. My Instagram is at Dr. Ian Smith, spell the doctor out. I give free advice about working out and exercising, and of course, our Facebook group. We got so many people in who are having fun. Plant Power is the name of the Facebook group.
There it is, and you got to, of course, follow them. You got to check it all out. So, and you can get it also on Kindle, which is really nice too.
Yep, Kindle's up.
Thank you for joining. So,
Thanks,
thank
man.
you, Doc.
Great
Thank
time.
You. I like this. So, there we go. My star-studded morning show has just been awesome. So, all right, coming back, find out what's happening tomorrow. Can we do it again? Can you stay another day? Can you? Let me follow.